The 7-day problem. Arbitrum is actively rewriting its core settlement architecture to collapse a 7-day withdrawal window down to a matter of hours. For years, the fundamental compromise of optimistic rollups was this waiting period. You either locked your capital for a week or paid a premium to third-party bridges. Now, their newest engineering upgrade changes how finality actually works. Stacking ZK on Bold. The mechanism relies on a hybrid approach called multi-proving. Arbitrum recently rewrote its validator node in Rust to support SP1, a zero-knowledge virtual machine, and plugged it directly into Bold, their dispute protocol. Instead of forcing every withdrawal to wait out the entire week for a potential fraud challenge, a sequencer can now submit a mathematically verifiable proof of the block's state. If a fast confirmation committee verifies that proof, the state settles immediately. But here is the critical engineering trade-off. They are keeping the old fraud proofs active underneath. If a proof fails to generate, the system simply falls back to the standard 7-day delay to guarantee liveness. And the economic consequences of this hybrid architecture point directly to the end of the Rollup War. The end of the Rollup War. The real implication of merging zero-knowledge proofs with the Bold settlement architecture is that the rigid, multi-year binary between optimistic and ZK rollups is effectively dead. For years, engineers assumed you had to choose between the simple tooling of an optimistic chain and the fast finality of a ZK chain. Arbitrum is proving that zero-knowledge cryptography does not have to be a foundational base layer. It can be deployed as an optional accelerator module bolted onto an optimistic framework. This permanently changes the economics of cross-chain liquidity. Capital efficiency on Ethereum Layer 2s has historically been bottlenecked by the sheer cost of holding capital in third-party bridges to facilitate fast exits. By slashing the native withdrawal window to hours without forcing protocols to rewrite their smart contracts for a pure ZK environment, massive amounts of idle bridge liquidity can be freed up for active deployment. For institutional operators, it drastically lowers the counterparty risk of moving large balances. The specific next indicator to watch is the upcoming Arbitrum DAO governance vote, which will determine the exact timeline for activating this multi-prover architecture on the Arbitrum 1 mainnet. Subscribe for more.